Protection from foreign competition enable the organizations or the manufacturing units to produce more and more goods, and in this way the production increased and the consumer goods also were available. Now we are studying about the protection from foreign competition allowed the growth of automobile and the communication sector. So we can say that the protection policy adopted by the government of India enabled the growth of the various industries in India, and it enabled diversification of industries. डाइवर्सिफिकेशन मतलब विविधीकरण। भारत में जितने भी इंडस्ट्रीज थे सब में डाइवर्सिफिकेशन संभव हो पाया और हर एक इंडस्ट्री जो थी अपने फुल पोटेंशियल पे काम करने लगी, हर एक तरह के गुड्स बनने लगे और कंज्यूमर्स के लिए गुड्स अवेलेबल होने लगे। सो इट इन द 40 years or span of 40 years the role of the public sector was much more important than the private sector, and the public sector it did all the measures and took all the steps to provide the goods to the people at a reasonable cost. तो रीजनेबल कॉस्ट पे बिना ज़्यादा लाभ लिए तो पब्लिक सेक्टर ने लोगों की हर संभव तरीके से सेवा करने की कोशिश की। नाउ encouragement to the small scale industries enabled एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप। स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री को बढ़ावा दिया गया, इससे एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप या उद्यमिता का विकास हुआ। बहुत सारे नए नए इंडस्ट्रीज जो थे जिनके पास पूंजी कम थी वो स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री ओपन किए, क्योंकि इसमें ओपन करने में ज़्यादा फॉर्मेलिटी नहीं थी, कैपिटल कम लग रहा था, तो उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया and a lot of employment was generated. Means a lot of people who were engaged in the private sector agriculture activities, they were diverted towards the small scale industries and the lifestyle of people changed. So these were the merits of the policy adopted by the government of India during the span 1950 to 1990. So now we are going to discuss about some of the demerits. What are the demerits that were found in the policy adopted by the government of India? We are going to study about them. Ill effects of the between 1950 to 1990. What were the ill effects of the policies that were viewed from the period 1950 to 1990? We are going to find out one by one. The first ill effect was private sector was regulated too much. Thus, its growth was very लेस। प्राइवेट सेक्टर का जो ग्रोथ था बहुत ही नेग्लिजिबल था, बहुत ही कम था, क्योंकि इसमें रेगुलेशन ज़्यादा था और इस रेगुलेशन के चलते प्राइवेट सेक्टर को ग्रो करने में नहीं दिया गया। मोस्ट ऑफ द इंडस्ट्रीज, द की इंडस्ट्रीज और द कोर इंडस्ट्रीज, दे बिलोंग टू द पब्लिक सेक्टर एंड द प्राइवेट पार्टीज were only supporting. The expansion of the private sector also was on the mercy of the government. If the government felt that there was need for the expansion, then it allowed the private sector to expand. So the private sector was on the mercy of the public sector. Next thing was that permit Raj or license Raj hindered the path of industrial development. Permit Raj means what? Suppose that a private sector has to open any industry, it has to take permit from the government or license. And many of the big houses or the industrialists who are very rich, who are dominant, they never allowed small industrialists to enter the market or enter the production arena because they were the fear that their position will be taken by the newcomers in the market. So therefore they tried to monopolize it. उनका एकाधिकार था और वो नहीं चाहते थे कि दूसरा कोई न्यू पार्टी एंट्री करे प्रोडक्शन में, इसीलिए उन्होंने परमिट और लाइसेंस का इस्तेमाल किया और गवर्नमेंट पर प्रेशर किया कि लाइसेंस ज़्यादातर उन्हीं को मिले या न्यू पार्टीज को लाइसेंस कम से कम मिले. सो इट हिंडर्ड द पाथ ऑफ द इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट एंड ग्रोथ. नाउ many of the public sector firms incurred heavy losses and were continued. बहुत सारी फर्म्स थी पब्लिक सेक्टर में जिनको लॉस हुआ, नुकसान हुआ और नुकसान होने के बाद भी वो कंटिन्यू करते रहे. एंड दिस वाज अ ड्रेन ऑफ द रिसोर्सेज ऑफ द नेशन. तो कोई भी पब्लिक सेक्टर टैक्सेस से पैसा मिलता है उनको और टैक्स का जो पैसा है जनता से आता है. Therefore, it was a burden on the national resources, and in this way, it was a heavy drain on the resources of the nation. So, the loss incurred by them bankrupted the country financially. सर्विसेज प्रोवाइडेड बाय द पब्लिक सेक्टर वर इनएडिक्वेट. तो बहुत सारी जो सर्विस जो पब्लिक सेक्टर प्रोवाइड कर रही थी इनएडिक्वेट थी, मतलब बहुत ही कम थी. जितनी डिमांड थी उससे बहुत ही कम परसेंटेज में अवेलेबल थी. फॉर एग्जांपल द टेलीफोन कनेक्शन, द BSNL, it took a lot of time and labor and money to obtain the mobile phone or the telephone landline connection. It was a very bad idea. The defense is mostly belong to the public sector and no private party is allowed to operate here. So there are many examples where you can say that the public sector did not allow the private parties to participate. As well in that sector the private party can do the work. बहुत सारे ऐसे जगह हैं जहाँ प्राइवेट पार्टी काम कर सकती थी लेकिन उनको काम करने नहीं दिया गया. आज भी बहुत सारी जगह है जैसे होटल्स हैं, गवर्नमेंट ऑपरेट करती है, प्राइवेट पार्टी उसको अच्छे से चला सकती है लेकिन गवर्नमेंट ऑपरेट करती है. सो इन दिस वे द प्रोग्रेस वाज हिंडर्ड. नाउ the conclusion I want to give about that what were the conclusions we can draw from the economic policy in the period between 1950 to 1990. First of all, we can say that the agriculture, industry and the tertiary activities all grew at a very fast pace. तो हम ये कभी नहीं मतलब इसको दरकिनार कर सकते हैं कि ग्रोथ नहीं हुआ. ग्रोथ हुआ, एकदम हुआ और तीनों सेक्टर में ग्रोथ हुआ. एम्प्लॉयमेंट वाज जनरेटेड, a lot of people got employment and the GDP increased, the percentage of GDP or the growth rate also increased. The production of a variety of goods was done after the independence of India, and due to this policy the lifestyle of the Indian increased, the per capita income increased and lot of development took place in agriculture, manufacturing and the tertiary sector. So we can say that this era was an era of development for India and it helped India to come out of the poverty which the British had imposed on us. So thank you very much for listening to me. Have a good day.